Let's try this question where we're asked to find the coefficient of variation for two different data sets. Now, the coefficient of variation is an easy formula, but the trouble is, in order to use it, you first need to know the mean and standard deviation. So if you were going to do this problem by hand, you'd have to find the mean by hand of both of these data sets first. Then you'd have to find the standard deviation of both of the data sets by hand, and then you'd have to plug them all into a formula. It's way too much work. Let's do it in about 5 seconds. So first we need to open the data in Statcrunch, and we can always do that by clicking on the little blue box to the right of the data and selecting Open in Statcrunch. To generate any summary statistic, which the coefficient of variation is a summary statistic, I'm going to go up here to the Stat key, and I'm going to choose Summary Stats, Columns. I need to first select what column or columns I want to generate the statistics for. So I actually am going to be asked to find the coefficient of variation for both Bank A and Bank B. So I can go ahead and just choose them both right now. To select both, I need to click them both while holding the Control key down on my keyboard. Once I've selected both, they will appear over here, and I need the coefficient of variation for both. So if I go down to the box that says statistics, I can find all the statistics available to me, and if I scroll down, 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 here's the coefficient of variation right here. So I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to click Compute. And here I've got the coefficient of variation for Bank A, and here I've got the coefficient of variation for Bank B. So the first thing the question was asking for was the coefficient of variation for Bank A, and it's asking me to round this to 1 decimal place. So if I go over to my chart, here's Bank A, here's the coefficient of variation, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy it, and I'm going to paste it right here. Now it said to round to 1 decimal place, and this has way more than 1 decimal place, so I need to delete the unwanted decimal places. Let's make sure we're rounding correctly. The 7 is the decimal place I want to round to. The number that's coming after it is a 3, which means I keep the 7 left as a 7. So I'm going to delete that 3, and that should be the correct coefficient of variation for Bank A. Now for Bank B, what was the coefficient of variation? It was right here. So I'm going to copy that, paste it, and again I only want 1 decimal place, so I'm going to go back. This 2 after the 7 means I can leave that 7 alone. I don't need to round up. And that's it. I have in about 5 seconds answered the coefficient of variation question with Statcrunch.